everyone. Welcome to video lecture on heat transfer. Myself Khushbu Shah, Assistant Professor in Chemical Engineering Department of LJ Institute of Engineering and Technology. In our previous video session of heat transfer, we have started the examples related to calculation of heat loss in different cases. In our previous session, we have already seen two different types of the example. One is for the calculation of heat loss in case of the plain wall, and second was for the calculation of heat loss in case of the composite wall. In today's session, we will see some examples which is related to calculation of heat loss in composite wall, but it is somewhat different than our previous example. Let's see first the statement which was given. A furnace wall made up of steel plate 10 mm thick, lined with inside with silica brick 150 mm thick and on outside with magnesia brick which is 150 mm thick. In this example, there are two cases which are given. So read the statement carefully. In the first case, furnace wall which is made up of a steel plate having thickness 10 mm, lined inside with silica brick of 150 mm and outside with the magnesia brick of 150 mm. That means in case 1, it is composite wall made up of three materials: steel plate, silica brick and magnesia brick, and thickness of all the three materials were given. The temperature on outside edge of the wall is 973 Kelvin and on outside it is 288 Kelvin. So T1 and T2 is given 973 and 288 Kelvin. Calculate the quantity of heat passed in watt per meter square. So this is my case number 1. What is that? In case 1, we have to calculate the rate of heat loss in watt per meter square when the composite wall is made up of three different materials having different thicknesses and T1 and T2 is given. So it is similar to our previous example of composite wall, right? Let's see what is different in case 2. It is required to reduce the heat flow to 1163 watt per meter square by means of an air gap between steel plate and magnesia brick. Understand this statement, again I am repeating. It is required to reduce the heat flow to 1163 watt per meter square by means of an air gap between steel plate and magnesia brick. That means in case 2, Q value is directly given. Heat loss Q is given 1163 watt per meter square. It says that the heat loss value is now reducing than case 1. Why it reducing? Because we are introducing an air gap between steel plate and magnesia brick material. So obviously as we are introducing one material in between two other materials, then the value of heat loss will reduce. And that reduced value of heat loss was given 1163 watt per meter square. So what we have to calculate in second case? Estimate the width of this air gap. So in this second case, we have to calculate the thickness of the air gap when Q value is given. Fine. And thermal conductivities of all the materials were given in watt per meter Kelvin. 16.86, 1.75, 5.23 and 0.33 for steel, silica brick, magnetic brick and air respectively. So what we have to do? We have to solve this example in two cases separately. In case 1, we have to calculate the value of Q when the composite wall is made up of three different materials having three different thicknesses and three different thermal conductivity. While in case 2, we have to calculate the width of the air gap. That means we have to calculate the width of the thickness of the air gap when the Q value is given. So it means we have to calculate thickness of one material when the Q value is given. Fine. And thermal conductivity of all the four materials were given. Fine. So let's see how to solve these. First of all, we will solve for case 1. For case 1, see, this is the sketch. Fine. This metal is of steel plate having 10 mm thickness. On one side it is silica brick 150 mm thickness. On other side it is magnesite brick having 150 mm thickness. And in case 2, we are introducing air gap between steel metal and magnesite brick, and for that we have to calculate these W value. Fine. So let's solve this example. These are the datas which were given. Area of heat transfer A is 1 meter square. Thickness of silica brick x1 is equals to 150 mm, which is equal to 0.150 meter. Thickness of steel plate x2 is equal to 10 mm, which is 0.010 meter. And thickness of magnesite brick x3 is equal to 150 mm, which is 0.150 meter. Thermal conductivity of all the materials were given. Thermal conductivity of silica brick K1 is 1.75 watt per meter Kelvin. Thermal conductivity of steel plate K2 is 16.86 watt per meter Kelvin. Thermal conductivity of magnesite brick K3 is equals to 5.23 watt per meter Kelvin. Inside temperature T1 973 Kelvin and outside temperature T2 is 299 Kelvin. In this, while you are writing this data for x1, x2, x3 and k1, k2, k3, you have to take care for x1 value is of silica brick, then you have to write thermal conductivity K1 is for silica brick only. If by mistake you are interchanging the value of x and k, your answer will be wrong. Fine. So in case 1, in absence of air gap, first case is of composite wall without air gap. So case 1 is of absence of air gap. For that, heat loss from the furnace wall Q is equal to delta T upon summation of thermal resistance. So summation we have calculated separately. Fine. So summation R is equals to summation of X by Ka for all the three materials. Fine. So 0.15 upon 1.75 into 1 plus 0.01 upon 16.86 into 1 plus 0.50 upon 5.23 into 1. When you solve this equation, you will get the answer of summation R is equals to 0.1153 Kelvin per watt. So this is the summation R value which we have calculated separately. Now put into equation of Q. Q is equal to delta T by summation R. Delta T is 973 minus 288 divided by summation R is 0.1153. When you solve this, your answer of Q will be 5941 watt per meter square. Fine. So this is the answer of heat loss. This is the answer of Q for case 1. What is case 1? Case 1 is of composite wall in absence of air gap. So this is answer of Q 5941 watt per meter square. So case 1 is solved here. Now in case 2, with air gap. Now in case 2 we have to calculate the width of this air gap which we have introduced between the steel plate and magnesite brick. At that time the Q value is given in the statement, right? So let the new resistance be summation R dash when the heat loss will reduce to 1163 watt per meter square. Now we have to calculate new summation R dash because in the summation R dash we have to consider 4 materials: steel metal, magnesite brick, silica brick and air gap. So we have to first calculate the summation R new, which is denoted by summation R dash. Fine. At that time the Q value is known, which is 1163. Fine. So 1163 is equal to delta T by summation R dash. Here here summation R dash is equal to what? Delta T by Q. So summation R dash is equal to 973 minus 288 upon 1163. 1163 is the value of Q and delta T is 973 minus 288. So my new summation R dash equal to 0.589. Now I have to calculate the width of the air gap. So width of the air gap W is equals to summation R. Summation R is what? The thermal resistance of the first three materials, which we have already calculated in case 1. So summation R dash is equal to summation R plus W upon Ka for air gap. So summation R dash we have calculated 0.589 is equal to summation R is 0.1153 plus W upon the K of thermal conductivity of air was given 0.033, area will be 1. Right? So this is my summation R dash value, which is equal to summation R plus R of air gap. Right? We have already calculated summation R dash and summation R, putting that value, and in this whole equation you can see the unknown will be only one, that is W, which is width of the air gap. So when you solve this equation for the value of W, for the value of width of air gap, it will be W is equals to 0.589 minus 0.1153 into 0.033. So it is equal to 0.0156 meter, and usually we are writing the thickness value in terms of mm. So the thickness of the air gap will be 15.6 mm. Right? So this is the solution of case 2 including the air gap. Right? So in such type of examples where the two cases are given, first case is of composite wall, second case is introduce the air gap, or in some cases we are introducing another material between the two other materials. At that time, in case 2, Q value was given. Fine. So in case 1, we have calculated the Q value for simple composite wall, and in case 2, where Q value is given, but we have to calculate the width of the new material which is introduced. Fine. So the equation which we are using are same in both the cases, but the value which are finding is different. Fine. So in such cases of the introduction of the another material, we can solve the example like this. Right. So in today's session we have seen one of the example of the composite wall. So I am completing this session here. I hope the lecture is clear to all. Thank you.